You could have heard this episode 48 hours early on our Patreon, patreon.com/Indieheads Podcast. But join us for as low as $1 a month. You'll see episodes early and gain access to our Discord server. All our upcoming episodes we put on our Patreon 48 hours before it hits our public podcast feeds. But if you're hearing this via our Patreon feed, we thank you so much for your support. We especially want to thank our Real Ones patrons, including Beckett TN, Georgia Mikowski, James Boss, Holiday Kirk, Tyler, Marcy Anime, Chance Holdup, Delaney Mothman, Josiah Duncan, Jenna, Matt Cameron, Grant in the Back of My Dracula, Pablo Escobar's Hippos, Jackson Chris, Jeremy Bull, JP, Matthew Taylor, Breen Hare, Drew Wharton, I Like Books, Sarah Moore, Max Kapazinski, Mark Barry, Cal50, The PP Poo Poo Fairy, Chris Wade, Midwest Maxwell, Kevin John, Jake Wald, Keep Autism Weird, Rob Marino, Max, Dylan, Zach, Gavin 490 Freak, and Maze Farms. To become a real one, consider supporting us for $5 a month on Patreon. Receive a bonus episode every month and get a shout out at the top of the pod. Anyways, though, enjoy the episode.
Love this one.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Indieheads Podcast. I'm your host, Matty, aka at Movian Prince on Twitter. And on this episode, I am joined by Grant and a very special guest, Delaney Mothman. Welcome both to the pod.
Hello.
Roar.
Hello, Grant.
Roar. That means I love you in Dinosaur.
Oh my God. So the last time we had Delaney on, we talked about one of her playlists, talking about the music from Louisiana. And this time around, Delaney, you got another playlist for us. What are we talking about?
We're finally doing it, guys. It's the canceled bands episode.
Yay!
It's time.
It's time. We're talking about scenecore today. And really, the only thing you need to know about scenecore is its four main components: the bass, the rock, the mic, and the treble. So we're teasing our hair right now. We're putting on our knee-high Converse, and we're going to define what RAR means to us.
My jeans are skinny as hell right now. All right, I'm wearing the tightest t-shirt known to man. I got a checkered belt on top of that. It's gonna be. I got the Monster Energy drink. It's pretend that this Pepsi is a Monster Energy drink that I'm drinking right now. This is a genre of music that I never got into when I was younger, but I certainly knew a lot of people that were into this stuff. And there are a number of bands here that a number of my crushes in middle school really, really liked. But I was too dumb to actually pretend to like these bands in order to get them to date me. So we're gonna get some complicated stuff here. As this playlist is simultaneously fucking miserable at points, but also very fun at other points. There's some stuff here that holds up decently well, at least in terms of the music. The content, well, that's up for discussion. That's why we're here today. We're going to see if this shit holds up. Delaney, what is our first song?
Our first song is Dear June by nickasaur.
Oh, God. Which, listeners, you can't see the album cover, but I recommend looking up nickasaur and looking at this album cover, because this is the most 2008 MySpace ass album cover that I maybe have ever seen. We have the titular nickasaur in a sort of chibi anime sort of dinosaur costume get up, and the album is called Roar with an exclamation point. And this song is just I mean, this is what bedroom pop used to be, everybody. Like, this is what it was before like Alex G and shit kind of came onto the scene. Like, this is what it was. Like, It wasn't called that, but it is that.
Yeah, this sounds like the national anthem of sex crimes. Like, this is
Hey now.
Which
I
that
like
actually
this
leads
song.
me.
I mean,
Which that leads me. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm going to let my co-host here reveal what my bit is. Here we go. All right, let's see what we got.
Here we go.
Ah,
No!
there we go.
Oh, wait. This is spelled different, though.
Okay, this is a different
This might be a different person, yeah.
That's a different person, yeah.
Okay, it is a different person. Okay. All right. I was thinking it was going to be
Okay.
about Okay, we are good. So nickasaur. So I decided to Google nickasaur allegations, and I will be doing that for every artist that's on this playlist. I'll be looking up, seeing if they have any
Some of them,
allegations against
I'll just say
them.
this: some of them we don't need to look up. Some of them are pretty
Yeah.
well documented. This song reminds me a lot of Fireflies by Owl City, which is a song I do not respect, but I would respect Owl City more if he sounded like this. If he started ooh-ooing and roaring, like making songs about like how much he loves MySpace and shit, I would at least get it, you know?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I like this song. I think it's charming in how bad it is. Also, nickasaur was 15 when he recorded this. I think he gets a pass.
Okay, I'll give him a pass in
He
that
gets
case.
a pass. Like, this is very harmless compared to some of the other things. You know, he's just saying we can cuddle like penguins do for heat.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that line, yeah.
Over a clap beat.
Yeah, it is for this playlist. It is relatively harmless. There's not much. It's you know, like I said, it's very much of a scene, but you know, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
Also, in middle school, I used to draw myself as like the little nickasaur chibi.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so this has a special place in my heart.
Was nickasaur big on MySpace? This seems like a
Yes.
MySpace thing. Alright, there we go.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Now I will Google nickasaur, just regular nickasaur.
I also
to
did
see-
that. He looks exactly like you would imagine him.
He looks like the chibi.
Let's see if Twitter will load for me. It usually has.
Elon Musk
He's
doesn't
kinda
want us to
spitting
look
bars.
into nickasaur.
He does not. Let's see. Yeah, this song is I'm not mad about this song.
It's
I
cute.
think it's cute. This was a perfectly appropriate song to start. Although very funny. He did just put out a new record that is basically just sort of demos and B-sides that he just put out last year. It came out almost a year to the day. Well, not to the day, almost like about a year ago, July 26, 2022. So, cashing in on that MySpace nostalgia, or at least getting in early before it becomes a real thing. As there's actually a different version of Dear June on this, and I'm curious to hear right now. Okay, it's a very basic piano version. This is very boring, Nick.
Yeah, he's
Very
not
boring.
cooking.
No, he's not.
Okay.
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 Oh, here we go. Okay, there's not a whole lot about nickasaur.
nickasaur, come on the pod. We want to hear your story.
Yeah, we want to know.
Yeah.
I need to know more about you.
Oh,
That's a
God,
photo.
Look at
That's
That's
a
a photo.
great photo.
yeah. Some of this is we might get into visual bits on this episode.
Yeah, just Google nickasaur and look at the images. He's got a great hairstyle.
Yeah, he does. He's spitting some bars on this. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. To my loved ones, you radiate like
I'm
sunshine
fuzzy.
and my teddy bear at nighttime.
Hey, if you're reading this stats right now, it's because I think you're awesome, Sauce.
Aww.
From April 3rd, 2012.
I think you're awesome sauce too, Nick.
Oh God, yeah. This page is a real time capsule. My God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus.
Gotta say, his Facebook
Okay.
isn't cooking like Chubby Checkers, but that's okay.
No, it's okay. Maybe he removed a lot of stuff, but it also makes sense that he'd be more on like MySpace at this time.
Yeah.
But I digress. Let's move on to our next song. Delaney, what is our next track?
It is A Boy Brushed Red Living in Black and White by Underoath.
Now, Underoath is a very respected band now. Obviously, our very own Lily, who was supposed to be on this episode but sadly couldn't make it, of course, is a big Underoath head. And again, at least amongst the sort of like the post-hardcore crowd, they've got a lot of respect. So it is... But listen, it makes complete sense why it's on here. They're definitely a part of this scene. But you know, they've reinvented themselves over the years in a certain way.
I think this song is really awesome. I gotta speak highly about it because Lily isn't here, so I have to do it for her. But these vocals are great, in my opinion. I think a lot of bands, especially like around this time, that do both clean vocals and screaming, it becomes really gimmicky, and I don't think that's the case for Underoath. I think they're just great.
This is my first time listening to Underoath. I like this song a lot more than I thought I would. I'll probably check out more of their music, but in middle school, high school, I was told I was supposed to hate Underoath for a certain reason, and that is because NoFX bullied them off of the Warped Tour by making fun of them for being Christians.
Which I do believe we talked about when we did the Crabcore episode,
I believe
about
so.
a year ago.
Yeah, Fat Mike did dunk on them, but in a smug, atheist way. And, you know, I gotta represent my boy, so obviously I had to say that Underoath is poo-poo, is doo-doo, and Fat Mike rules, but actually I do like this song.
Yeah, this song is pretty good. I enjoy it. Although, again, it's a case where you simply just have to laugh at both sides of allowing Fat Mike to bully you off of Warped Tour. Like, what the fuck is Fat Mike doing on Warped Tour?
A lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs, obviously. But even it feels like I guess NoFX was still big amongst that crowd, even though like Fat Mike was already old as shit by that point. By old as shit, I mean like over the age of 30.
I mean, NoFX are still selling well on their final tour and stuff. Like, they're always gonna have a dedicated audience of me and Gavin and Barely March, you know?
that is true.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome, though, that they like got bullied out of Warped Tour because they were Christian. That's really great. That's really great.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. You would think they would be like, no, now we have to do it for God. They didn't.
They're pussies. That's what it is. That's why Fat Mike was like, you guys need to figure out if you guys are pussies or not, and you guys are pussies. You know.
Are you saying that Fat Mike is the ultimate religious test?
Yes, I would say so. He's your modern day Dante's Inferno. You know, you gotta go through him to test your
the 9 levels of Fat Mike.
The 9 layers of Fat Mike, more like it. You know, because he's called Fat Mike because he eats so many layers of cake. That's why he's so fat.
It starts with his lyrics and his voice, and by the 9th level, you're watching him drink piss or whatever it is he does in his spare time. You know.
Exactly. You know, it's a test of endurance. You know, and only the strongest can survive. And those who do survive, their brains are forever broken. See Gavin, see Grant. You know, go to a NoFX show, and you know, you'll see some pretty broken brains.
However, those on the Underoath side of this debate, me and Lily, we'll doing pretty all right.
Well, let's find out. Find out.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay. No.
Let's see. Okay, this seems to be about.
Oh, this is about Fat Mike.
Yeah. Like, okay, Christian metal band Underoath have quit the Warped Tour. No degree is given by the band other than the need to focus on our friendship. In its current issue, Kerrang report that Underoath's sudden departure was prompted by attention caused as a result of onstage comments made by NoFX frontman Fat Mike. In last week's K, we reported that Fat Mike had been battling the band, mocking their religious beliefs both on stage and off. So again, just confirming. Here we go. On July 27th, during NoFX's set, Fat Mike claimed that Underoath vocalist Spencer Chamberlain had been drinking and using cocaine on NoFX's tour bus. That's a pretty... of course, the band denies it, and honestly, Fat Mike is probably lying about that. It's probably lying. Let's see what else.
Oh no, they're not Christian anymore.
They're no longer rock. They're no longer Christian.
Fat Mike won in the end.
Fat Mike again. He got him. Let's see. James Smith is now being kicked out of Underoath. Okay, so this band is safe for now. They're safe for now in terms of the allegations. There's nothing too major that I'm seeing. But this next one, I feel like there's going to be something.
I don't know.
There's going to be something. We'll have to find out. Delaney, what is our next song?
This is Bigcitydreams from Never Shout Never.
You say we're both little people.
I would have just. I want to do some violent. I want to say some violent things. I'm going to refrain from that because I like having a job. I like having a job, and I don't, because I mentioned this, I mentioned this, before we started recording, but like every girl that I had a crush on in middle school loved Never Shout Never. And I just gotta say now, coming up on, 15 years later, why? What the fuck? This stinks so badly. This is so bad. It's so fucking like ooh, chintzy. I hate it so much.
Look, sometimes when you're in middle school and you just want an ooh soft boy to be your BF, this is what you gotta work with.
No. As someone who was a fan of Never Shout Never in middle school, we were wrong. I'm speaking for all of us. We were so wrong, each and every one of us.
Look at this fucking look at this hair. Look at this me and my Ook album cover, everybody. This fucking look at this hair.
Instead
of the peace sign, the fucking ukulele.
Instead of bullying Justin Bieber collectively, we should have bullied this guy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We should have bullied this guy.
His hair looks like...
Number one, he had way gayer hair than Justin Bieber. Number one.
To those that are not looking at a picture of this asshole right now, imagine like an extreme comb over and the dog ear hair from I Think You Should Leave put together. Like, that's what this guy looks like right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the lyrics of this especially just piss me off so bad.
Basically,
Jesus. The premise of the song is basically like, boo, you want to leave the Midwest and leave me, but also you have a huge head and ego for it. He's such a fucking asshole. Like, why would anyone want to stay for you, you piece of shit?
Yeah, that's
me spitting on him.
No, don't have aspirations. You're too sexy.
What a loser.
Mm-hmm.
And the snarky, twee-ass delivery, it pisses me off so fucking.
God, it's so smug.
It is.
Again, the song's smug aura mocks me. All right. It's just well, let's while we're at the peak hatred, let's see, because there's not been a Never Shout Never project since 2015. Was the last album they put out called Black Cat, that just sort of looks like the album cover for like a tobacco album cover or whatever. Let's see, Never Shout Never. Let's see.
I'm scared we're gonna see something bad.
Let's see. Ooh, Chris Drew.
Okay.
Ooh, here we go. We have an account on Twitter called Chris the Abuser with the name Chris Drew's an Abuser. And from this preview, Christopher Drew from Never Should Never is an abusive manipulator who preys on younger women and positions himself as his savior to feed into his inflated ego. Let's see. Oh, Never Should Never's Drew, double felon, international career on the line. Okay, please, God, this stupid fucking website. Gotta turn off my ad blocker to visit musicfeeds.os. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Being busted with weed on lesson, causing Massachusetts career. Okay, something about weed. Okay, that's nothing.
Tweeted that he got caught with pot and he spelled it COT.
Oh, well, here we go. Christopher Drew, 30, of Beverly, held in... Wait, what? Okay, this is a different guy. Okay, this is a different guy.
Okay.
There's a different Christopher Drew that was also accused of sexual assault of an elderly woman. Let's see. There's abuse allegations. Okay. Okay. There's too much stuff. I don't want to get. There's too much stuff, but there's stuff out there. There's stuff out there.
I think
see.
we
He's
should
also-
mention that his name is Christopher spelled with an F.
Oh, jeez,
yeah.
I didn't even
Yeah.
see that.
I think we should mention that. That's
Disgusting. Well then, let's
Let's talk about a band with no allegations whatsoever.
Yes. What is our next song, Delaney?
It's Shut Me Up from
Let's
Mindless
fucking
Self-Indulgence.
go.
Let's go.
So this is the more industrial side of this era.
I'm just grooving, brother.
Yeah. I'm just listening. It's so good.
Yeah, this is the reason I joined this episode. This is one of the two songs at the time that I knew on the playlist. Two songs were added later that I knew, and one of them became, like, we'll talk about that one, but this is, like, the number one for me. This song was, like, crack to me as a child. I used to just boogie to this in my room. Jimmy Urine should be put in front of a firing squad, but sometimes when the song hits, you know?
I mean,
think-
the fucking...
I
Dare
don't-
wishes they could be this band. Dare wishes they could be fucking this goddamn band, is what I'll say.
I think the
continue,
only
Delaney.
thing we need to really say on Jimmy Urine is that he was 39 when this song came out.
What?
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ!
What?
I think that tells you everything you need to know.
No!
I don't think we have to look up
Look
the
at-
allegations.
look at pictures of this guy at the time of this band being popular, and he...
Oh my god.
That's a 40-year-old man.
Jesus Christ!
Good lord.
Really bad. Oh,
He's 1969. My parents were born 1960.
This man
What
was...
the fuck?
This man has been conscious since Star Wars was, like, out and something you could view in theaters.
Oh my god. Jesus.
the top comment on the YouTube music video for this is, "I wish my mental breakdowns were this fun."
Same.
Yeah. Again, yeah, I don't look up allegations. I'm on the Wikipedia page for Jimmy Urine. I don't want to read any of this stuff. It's real bad.
Yeah, it's bad, it's nasty. Jimmy Urine might be the worst guy we're talking about, but the song is the best thing ever, you know?
I didn't realize he was in...
Yeah, he's like friends with James Gunn.
Hopefully not anymore. I would assume not anymore. Ugh, Jesus.
The bass, the rock, the mic, the treble. I like my coffee black.
The bass interlinked, the mic interlinked, the treble sells. I like my coffee black sells. I like my heavy metal sells. That's my bit. That's my joke. Yeah, I would again. This is both a serious and unserious comment of fucking indie sleaze is just never gonna, like, this indie sleaze revival is just never gonna hit if no bands are sounding like this. Like, you, for better or worse, for worse, I would say more I would say worse for sure. No band like sounds this like oh, they're actually like heathens, like they're actually like disgusting little like heathens and bastards, you know, like the tongue is in cheek, but it's not stabbing through the cheek like these guys are, because this is 39 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that I was gonna award a song the Invader Zim Ass Track of the Week award, and it's gotta be Shut Me Up. This has such an XD random energy.
I don't know. I think there's a song later on that I would give that to.
Okay, I'm interested to see what your take on this is. But like,
I think this is number 2. I would definitely say number 2, but I think there's another song / band on here that I think fits the Invader Zim ass shit like
Okay.
way more, in my opinion.
Would you say that this is more of a Happy Tree Friends ass song? Then?
This is definitely a Happy Tree Friends ass song.
I'll concede
This is
to that.
definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Who was your
Yeah.
favorite Happy Tree Friend as a kid? Was it Flippy? I feel like everyone's was Flippy.
I don't, dude. There's so much shit I blocked out from that time. I have no idea what the Happy Tree Friends. Let's look at some Happy Tree Friends characters.
We
and let's reminisce. Flaky,
Cuddles, of course.
I would say Cuddles.
Yeah, I have to agree. I like Cuddles.
Oh, I forgot about Toothy. Toothy might be my favorite.
Toothy.
Message Matty on Twitter, and he'll assign you a Happy Tree Friend character.
I'll sign it based off your favorite Boy Genius song. You give me a Boy Genius song, and I'll sign you a Happy Tree Friends character.
Hell yeah!
Based on that, I'm gonna get a Crunchyroll subscription and watch all of it.
Happy Tree
so I can
Friends is on Crunchyroll.
It's on Crunchyroll. To really, do my due diligence, do my due research. But let's move on to a song that I think is a fucking classic.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
I want to say did we talk about this during the Crunk Core episode?
This was on the very final episode of the car commercial series where y'all just talked about every single song that was supposed to be a butt rock interlude.
Oh yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
So Delaney, what is song number 5 on the playlist?
This is Ohio is for Lovers from Hawthorne Heights.
Ooh. This song is still, here's the thing. The lyrics of this song are they are problematic to say the least, but this song fucking shreds. It's so good.
I fucking love this
hits.
song. This is great.
So
this song holds a very special place in my heart. My brother's fiance, we used to work together, and after work, we'd work the night shift, and so she would drive me home. And every single night, we would put on Ohio is for Lovers, and she would sing it, and I would try to do the screams, and that's where she went from Taylor, my brother's girlfriend, to Taylor, my friend. So I will always cherish Ohio is for Lovers.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a very
I'm looking
sweet
at
story.
It's so weird to see these guys like old.
Yeah, as adults.
Yeah.
And this song is 19 years old.
Fuck.
This
dude.
song can vote. That's fucked up.
So I can
Before we look up the allegations, they do have a controversy tab on Wikipedia.
Oh yeah, it's about the
let's-
Neo feud, I think.
Hell yeah. That's so funny to me.
Hawthorne Heights is still active. They are still active. They literally just put out a new single. Let's see, they put out a new single in March. So they're still at it.
Oh man, the first band on their similar to on Spotify is Senses Fail, and fuck, we could have talked about Can't Be Saved, Guitar Hero 3 classic.
I mean, for me, when it comes to Census Fail, like the one that is their cover of California. Actually, no, it's the cover of fucking Suicidal Tendencies, Institutionalized.
Another classic right there.
The Tony Hawk's American Wasteland soundtrack.
What song do you think they released in 2021, Maddie, Census Fail? They released... they released... it's a song about someone, I'll say.
Is it Lush Rimbaugh?
Yes. That song
or Lush Rimbaugh
has the chorus, "There's a special place in hell for you. There's a special place in hell for you," and they released it the day he fucking died.
Okay, that rocks.
Yeah.
That rocks.
But about Hawthorne Heights, this song is great. It's a portrait of just teenage angst, just such melodramatic music about being stuck in Ohio. I genuinely love this so much. It cannot be said just how sad the death that has affected this band is, how stupid, how avoidable it is. Y'all briefly talked about it on that car commercial series, but man, you hear screaming and playing guitar on this. I forget his name. I believe it's Chris Cavert or something. He passed away on their tour bus in the middle of a tour of an overdose. Oh, Casey Calvert, that's his name. It was a fatal combination of the antidepressant he was taking, his anti-anxiety medication, and Vicodin that he was prescribed after a root canal that he got right before the tour. The toxicologist said that this was like a 1 in a million thing to kill someone, especially someone so young. He was only 26 when it happened, and all I can think is how avoidable and how tragic that is. But they really are a great band and a time capsule for just a lot of angst that a lot of kids were feeling. And yes, the lyrics to the song are very melodramatic and problematic, but I cannot not love it. This is what the 2000s were to me. I don't think there's a single song that's a better like personification of angst, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's really interesting this time, sort of seeing the way that, especially just men in general, the way that men processed emotions. We got into it a little bit during the butt rock number ones, where like it's a level, it's a scale, like an upward sort of y-x axis of like emotional intelligence and like just emotional intelligence and just having like a weird, like just mental health issues. You have like the really dumb guys like West Mud who just like they're too stupid to understand their own mental illness or mental, mental lacking sometimes. And like bands like this, obviously they're teenagers, so of course they're not going to have any idea how to like process some of these emotions they're feeling, and so they're going to kind of go to sort of imagery of like self-harm and stuff like that, because there's no outlet, there's no therapy is not really normalized at this point, especially for young people. This is still very much sort of in the era of, hey, just push it down, and this was the initial way of like, hey, we're not going to push it down, we're going to talk about our feelings and talk about how we feel and stuff, but also we're going to talk about our feelings, but we also have no way to healthily process these feelings just yet, but we're talking about them. So it is very interesting sort of seeing like this crisis of masculinity of some sorts during this era, and seeing like the different sides of it.
We should do a toxic masculinity butt rock scale, from West Mud being the most to like Chester Bennington being like the least.
Yeah, I think that could be fun. That I would be down to contribute to that.
We'll make this chart. I'm sure Gavin will have some takes. He can help with this, but
we need the experts.
We'll have like an axis of like toxic and like non-toxic, and then dumb and smart, and we'll put all the guys on it.
Yeah, we'll figure this one out. We'll get to the bottom of this because no one else will. Oh god, this next song, Jesus Christ. Delaney, do we have any final thoughts on Hawthorne Heights and Ohio is for Lovers?
Just that it is a classic and it's awesome. Great song.
Amen.
Fantastic.
What is our next song, Delaney?
Our next song is less awesome. This is Get Crunk by Brokencyde.
This is so the thing with this band is that, of course, all the boomers and the boomer mindset people are like, oh, this is the worst band ever. And it's one of those things where you want to resist that and be like, come on, all right, these boomers, they don't know what they're talking about. The boomers are completely right. This is one of the worst bands ever.
Yeah, this is awful.
They were right.
I famously said on the Lady Gaga episode, anything that sounds like Saints Row 3 car customization music, I'm already gonna like. But this is testing the limit right there, because this just horrifying to me. I mean, I will say I don't think they're the worst band of this era. That has to be Blood on the Dance Floor, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah.
I mean, these guys are a close second, but Blood on the Dance Floor are like actual. Well, one of them is an actual criminal who should be in prison.
Yeah, this like. I think in some way I can give a little bit of respect to Brokencyde, because there is music that I really like now that probably would not exist if not for like Brokencyde's failed attempt to like mesh together genres, like trying to mesh together like crunk rap and like screamo. Of course, it's a horrible combination. They have none of the skills to pull this off, but it is, I guess, a necessary stepping stone. It's like, hey, this is how not to do it. So these bands now, like, hey, here's how there is ways to integrate these genres. Like there's ways to do it. Like, I don't think we get like, emo rap without stuff like this.
This is a necessary evil in getting to 100 gex.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it any better, mind you, but it's still pretty bad. I mean...
No, this is an important stepping stone the same way the atomic bomb was, you know?
Yeah. Oppenheimer in theaters soon. I'm curious, Delaney, why you picked this one over... there's another one of theirs.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It
the
might
one
be
that
Freaks.
That's the one I was always familiar with.
I want to pull up the music video because the music video is something.
That's
I feel like we watched this
a
on an
classic
episode
of awful 2010s culture right there. The Freaks video.
Oh god, they're still around?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they put out a new song
Featuring
5 months.
Dot Curve.
Okay, I gotta see what this sounds like before we get to the old stuff. Oh, honey, why are you in this music video? Oh, honey.
Oh no, y'all don't have
girls-
to do this.
They've had 15 years. They've had like 15 years. They sound worse now somehow.
Oh, dude, this is worse.
They both look like they work at a truck stop.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, oh, here we go. Freaks. Yeah, here we go. Oh, the Range Rover. Oh my god,
dude.
This is a YouTube classic, right?
Remember when dudes would wear headbands like that?
Oh god.
Oh.
Okay, see, I think because I've listened to enough 100 gags that I can see the good in this more than before. I see where hyper pop or certain sectors of hyper pop. I see the vision.
Is this song also 4 minutes long?
Yeah, this is almost 4 minutes long. This
song that sounds like this should be that long.
Yeah.
There's no YouTube comments. They deleted YouTube comments. You can't. There's no ratings on it either.
I was looking through the Brokencyde songs that I recognized, trying to choose one for this playlist. And the first one I clicked on, they say the N-word immediately.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
In the first second.
Do I want to ask what song it is?
It's Bree Bree.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's quiet, but it's immediate. First second for real. Also, they have a Teach Me How to Dougie cover.
Yeah, Teach Me How to Scream.
Teach Me How to Scream.
Yeah.
Teach me how to scream. Teach me how to scream. Teach me how to scream.
I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
I just want to shoot myself in the head.
Yeah. Brokencyde and Blood on the Dance Floor deserve each other. They deserve the comparisons to each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Two very bad sex crime bands.
Is that Ronnie Radke or is that a different guy?
What? Blood on the Dance Floor?
Is it Ronnie Radke
That's Davey Vanity, I believe.
Okay.
And Jay Vaughn Monroe, who I should mention now, the other guy in Blood on the Dance Floor is now a drag queen, Dolly from Dragula, if you've ever seen that show. Yeah, that's the other guy from Blood on the Dance Floor, and has openly said, oh yeah, Davey Vanity is a creep. Everything bad ever said is correct.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
If I listen to another song by this band,
we can't.
I'm gonna have to jump out my window.
Yeah.
What is our next song, Delaney?
Next song is "Fall for You" by Secondhand Serenade.
Let's fucking go.
This is we are entering the post dashboard confessional.
Oh my god,
era of this. These are the kind of guys that he brought in his wake. You know,
we have entered the point of AMV core right here.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what? The best thing about tonight is that we're not fighting. He was right to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Before the explosion of Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, well, I would say
Instagram and Snapchat.
Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Oh yeah, which by the way, this is the first episode we're recording since I beefed with some snail mail
that's
fans
true. Yeah.
on Twitter. So I feel like I should address some things for anyone who's listening. So it was very fun being told to kill myself by a bunch of snail mail fans. That was great. Getting like Sephiroth insults my way. Just because I did what Lindsay told me to do. She said it's time to start hating things, and I did what she said. She didn't give any specifics, so
those little white girls were invoking like long dead gods, trying to curse Marty Monroe. It was great.
It was great. So I should say I stand by my statement. Valentine's a bad album, but this song is. I don't know how to feel about this song. I don't think I hate it, but also like it's so cloying that I don't think I hate it, but like there's parts of me that really want to hate it, you know. Like I do like what's going on here to some extent.
I mean,
I like this song, but I think it's 100% nostalgia. I'll admit it.
Yeah, this is somewhere like this is like the perfect zenith in between like a Dashboard Confessional and like The Fray. It's like a little bit adult alternative and a little bit like angsty MySpace music.
Mm-hmm.
Like this could.
I didn't realize. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say this could equally play on the OC and it could play on someone's MySpace, and it wouldn't feel out of place on either.
Yeah, I didn't realize the first artist that Glassnote Records signed was Secondhand Serenade.
Oh damn.
Glassnote being like a pretty decently, you know, like I said, they're sort of like this is this label going to put, you know, Childish Gambino records in churches and Two Door Cinema Club, like this again. Oh, Mumford & Sons, like
woof.
This is one of the labels sort of like when you're about to jump to it's sort of like you're not quite ready for a major label just yet, but like you want, you know, a good amount of the resources they have, you know. Like there's some pretty big artists that are still on this label. You know, obviously churches, as I mentioned. Let's see, Flight Facilities, Group Love. They're also one of the labels. They're both the labels that you sort of go to initially, like when it's like, okay, you're too big for your standard indie, so you go to like a label like Glasso that can kind of, you know, do a lot more than your standard indie, but you know, you're still a little bit unproven, so you can't jump to a major right away, or at least the majors don't want to take a huge risk on you, or the other way around where you go from a major where it's like, okay, your contract with your, you know, you signed a major label deal at the peak of your popularity, you know, talking about Group Love, you know, where you had a couple radio hits, you know, on alt radio, but the streaming just wasn't going to be there for the new stuff, and so you get dropped. Glassnote takes you on. It's like, hey, you still got a decent enough fan base that we want to, you know, that we want to, you know, sort of appeal to. So yeah, a lot of fucking art. Yeah, they still got Mumford & Sons, like they still got a decent amount of stuff on the label. Yeah, this song it's
Trap.
Oh, Temper Trap. Oh boy, talk about car commercial origins right there. Strumbell. Oh god, was that? Wait, is that?
That's the Spirits in My Head band. I think.
I hate that fucking song. Oh god, that's what I thought it was. God.
Oh, what a path paved by Secondhand Serenade in that case.
I know. Yeah. Secondhand Serenade was the first car commercial band.
I do actually want to do an episode, the origins of car commercial music at some point. I got to do a lot more research to figure out like what bands and what artists kind of led.
Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix.
That is true. That's true. Which we actually did talk about on the first episode of that series. But yeah, this song is, you know, it is what it is. It is just it's a template. It's a blueprint for so much shit, you know. My God. Delaney, what is our next song?
Our next song is The Taste of Ink by The Used.
This song is I would have a different Used song on here because there was either Pretty Handsome Awkward or The Bird and the Worm. Those are the ones that I was a fan of when I was younger.
No,
but
Matty,
this song rocks.
It has to be this one.
Yeah, like I said, this is definitely one. Like I said, I only knew him from the MTV2 days. I wasn't an OG head,
me and Delaney are just in silence because we know what's coming.
Yeah, I'm trying not to like burst out of excitement. It had to be this one, Matty.
Yeah,
I don't disagree. I don't. Again, you guys know more than I do.
This song was added after I joined this episode, and the second it was added, I did a deep sigh, because this song is very, very, very important to me and Gavin for reasons we will get into when the song is over. But this song is like just inadvertently the anthem of my high school time, because our friend Patrick loved it and introduced us to the Used, and it just reminds me of all of my friends. This is above and beyond my favorite song on the playlist this week, and is the only song, well, not the only one, there's another song that we will get to in a little bit that I actively listen to in my day-to-day life, but I genuinely do just love The Taste of Ink as a song, just because pure nostalgia, but also because it's a very, very good song. It's kind of about the same kind of lyrical content as that Never Shout Never song, but it's like about how you should go pursue your dreams and leave your small town. So Bert, whatever your name is, the Used guy, I forget, it's like Bert McCracken or something, you're all good in my mind unless you have allegations. I didn't look those up.
Let's Google real quick. I don't think there is. Yeah. They're still very active, so I wouldn't think.
I really still like the Used. Mm-hmm. This is a fantastic song to me. I think the way that they write about tragedy is, I don't know, it's good. I guess it's the same thing we were talking about with Ohio is for Lovers, and that, like, I don't know. And then we're talking about it. Talk about the bad stuff, man. It's okay.
It looks like most of their like drama is like interband fighting, so you know what? I love you, the Used.
Cool. I'm in the clear. Yeah. I still love you, the
Used. Yeah.
Yeah, Bert McCracken has faced a lot of like very sad tragedy that I will not talk about because it makes me really upset.
Yeah.
I don't know. I appreciate the way it's written still. Mm-hmm. Also, this song is the better version of that one brand new song, because I can talk about them because this is the Canceled Bands episode.
Yeah, that's true.
Failure by Design. This is the better version of that.
It really is crazy that like of all the like of like the Used brand new like Taking Back Sunday, like Taking Back Sunday still around, still touring, still putting out records. The Used still around, still touring, still putting out records. Brand new, fucking in the dumps. Like they still have their fans, obviously. Just because again, like when it comes to this fucking music, there's just some people that like they'll read these allegations and they just go, we don't care. Fart TV. That'll still stand by the music of sorts. But their legacies are tainted, but the Used and Taking Back Sunday, they're still kicking. They're still doing
Unproblematic
stuff.
Kings.
Yes.
Delaney, is it time?
It's time.
Matty, I'm sending something over. Before you press play, I've written a description.
Okay. What do you got? Okay. Quorum call covering The Taste of Ink.
Yep.
Okay. Oh!
Yep.
Okay, let's read the description. Again. Okay, so we're here again. Hey, Marty, what's crack-a-lackin'? Hi, Delaney, it's your boy Grant. You've seen the Gapster and I do 2 high school Battle of the Bands now, destroying NoFX and Interpol tracks. Now we're at another moment in history. Summer 2012, 11 years ago, right about now. Our first real gigs outside of garages and high school auditoriums. This was at a deep alley music venue called The Door, which sadly no longer exists. After this gig, we got an offer to open for a band called Goat Piss. We declined. If this were a Behind the Music episode, this would have been where the backing music gets all melancholy. Quorum Call was at a crossroads, as you can tell even from our image here. Gavin and I had started shedding the studs, spiking gel, and leather jackets for more modest looks. Gavin had gotten really into indie rock around this time, and I was really into goth rock. The only thing punk about our looks is that I dyed some green streaks into my hair, and Gavin did blue. Our singer Patrick, the Raytheon King himself, and drummer Keats, remember the funeral home story? Yeah, that's this dude. We're doubling down on the punk image and getting full red and blue purple mohawks. We had inadvertently assigned ourselves colors like Kiss and a weird half-punk, half-indie kid blaze of power chords and Mountain Dew. We could never decide on what covers made into our set. A lot of band practice time was occupied by arguing. Being in a band got a lot less fun. Somewhere in all of this, The Taste of Ink by The Used became our go-to song for uniting a group during sessions, probably because it was only 4 chords and it was easy to jump around and feel energetic to. We play this one a lot, so it still means a lot to my friend group just on memories alone. While it's nowhere near my favorite song, every time I hear it I smile because it reminds me of my 3 best friends and me making music together on a real stage for the first time. I'll genuinely cherish these memories forever. Thank you, The Used. Also, I asked a girl that liked me to come to this gig because I never went on a date in these memories forever. Thank you, The Used. Because I never went on a date in high school and didn't want all my friends to think I was fruity. Then I hid from her the entire time we were there. Catherine, if you're out there, my bad.
Yep.
So let's hear it.
Gavin's wearing a sweet X-Men shirt. I'm wearing a Troll 2 shirt.
So the Raytheon guy is the singer.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
And the drummer was my first kiss in a funeral home.
That's so appropriate.
Yeah, I'm going back to the funeral home tomorrow. We are reuniting Quorum Call tomorrow, and we're going to play music at this funeral home. And I know for a fact that we will be playing The Taste of Ink, probably because it's the only song we all still remember. Patrick in his shirt that says "Art is Resistance."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys are, how old were you guys when this?
We were 18.
Okay. I would have guessed a little younger,
Yeah.
but I think it's just because of like the fashion.
I'm sending
18-year-olds just be looking different now.
I'm sending over a picture of our fashion at this time.
Oh god, the Quorum Call press photos.
A great meme from our band time. Fresh from the Quorum Call Facebook. Look at Gavin's Punisher hat.
Oh my god.
Gavin is in the Punisher logo snapback and a Velvet Underground and Nico shirt. Keats is in a Spencer's Gifts cutoff shirt.
See, it's very funny. I'm gonna armchair psychologist Gavin really quick.
Yeah.
It's very funny how much he resists like indie music these days. When it's like you're just resisting your youth, my friend.
Yeah.
You laugh at us because that's what you used to be, and you're scared to confront that.
Yeah, the pavement shirts in his closet are calling to him like the Green Goblin mask.
I mean, we called him the Stephen Malcolmus of the Indieheads podcast, you know.
He is.
So
yeah,
we're cooking with something. Which, oh my god, this is okay. So for our listeners that are not in the Discord, I feel like we should have Max on to explain this, but I feel like we can relay. Max dropped some incredible lore the other day in the Discord. Everybody, you might have seen some of these on his Twitter too. He was back home in Oregon, and he made a time capsule for himself when he was 10 years old to be open when he turned 25, and there is some incredible. It's just. He was always like this, is the thing. He was just always like this.
He was always like this. Who up finding they diamond and they like...
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I love that 2 out of 3 of the Quorum Call reveals have been because of me.
Yeah, the only one that wasn't was Linoleum. Look, all I'm saying is there are more songs that we did covers of, and I'm praying no one ever submits a playlist with them again.
My next playlist, you better watch out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Max's time capsule.
As we
Dear
should.
Dear 25-year-old Max, when you were 10 years old, I was a jovial person. I now see I now seem to be an annoying conscience never going away, always reminiscing about the past. Even though I am only 10, I seem to have learned a lot of things. Fire is not a toy. Spelling is a gift, not earned by studying for hours on end. The last and most important thing I have learned, and hopefully the first 10% of life, is take nothing you cherish for granted. If you do not follow his last rule, your life will be turned into a realm of chaos. If you actually take this into account, future me, your life will be successful and full of happiness. This time capsule may well be the last remnants of my 10-year-old self. If this is the last thing, keep it with you wherever you go. And the life of your youthhood will be like an idea that just popped into your mind. Well, regards and best wishes, Max.
You gotta find the one about 9/11, dude. That
Here we go.
Oh, there it is.
And this is part of one of the. In 2001, terrorists attacked the Twin Towers in New York. The only other thing that happened was that I forgot a few state capitals, which I never seem to memorize again to this day. What's worse? 9/11 or me forgetting a couple state capitals? And then
the timeline.
The timeline. Oh my god. The timeline. So in 2049, lose house. 2050, first hover car. 2055, find a diamond in a lake. 2057, fall off roof of house. 2060, retire.
Max is cooking. I mean,
the thing is that there's more stuff on the timeline that he has not posted. There's stuff like towards on the left side that he has not posted that I
want to know what's happening in the 2020s.
Timeline.
Yeah,
I gotta know. I want to know how he anticipated losing his house.
Here's the thing. What like okay, so he loses his house, but then he falls off the roof of house. Where in the timeline did he get a new house? Is it not his house? Is
after
it just
he sold
some
the
random
diamond that
house?
he found in the lake, Matty?
Oh god, it's so fall off the roof of the house. Oh my god.
I love that he included the tragedies.
Yeah,
what a mind.
Again, we're gonna rank the religions and we're gonna rank the tragedies, everybody, on this episode of the Indieheads Podcast, and we're also gonna rank all the allegations against the bad people on this episode. Oh my god, this is everyone join the Discord because Max has so many ideas, and just there's so much lore about his life. He literally just posted a thing today. It's just just 2 hours ago, being like, okay, so I told Sarah I was really proud of myself the first time I ate dinner faster than my dad, and they called me insane. Are they correct to do so? Everyone's like, okay, that's not really insane. And then Sarah's like, you misrepresented me. I didn't say you were insane for that. I said you're insane for the things, just the things that come out of your mouth. Oh my god. Okay,
I wish eating dinner faster than his dad was on the timeline.
Oh my god. Maybe it is. We haven't seen the 2020.
Because he did it when he was 11, and he did it when he was 11, and he wrote that timeline when he was 10. So maybe it's on the left side. There's things that Max is not showing us, and if we get let's see how many. If we get to $300 on our Patreon, Max will have to reveal the entire timeline. He will have to scan his entire time capsule, all the documents, everything. We got to see it all. $300 monthly, patreon.com. But we got 2 more songs here. Delaney, what is our next song?
Our next song is Things That Rhyme with Orange by I Set My Friends on Fire.
And this is a band that we just talked about on this podcast because we just did the YouTuber music episode
my God, that's
where
right.
this band where they did the song with Smosh. And this song gets the vote for me for the Invader Zim ass song of the week.
I can see that, yeah.
Invader ass album cover of the week.
Oh yeah,
Invader
definitely.
Zim ass.
When does the narwhal bacon?
The narwhal bacon, I mean, at midnight, right?
That's right.
I'm trying to remember my Reddit lore.
Maddie's a true Redditor.
I am. I mean, here's the thing. Do you guys want to guess how much Reddit karma I currently have?
Oh my god. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna guess it's in the 10,000 range.
That's what I was gonna say.
You're gonna be sorely disappointed because I'm waiting for Reddit to load. I have over 300,000 karma.
Jesus
Whoa.
Christ! Marty knows when the narwhal bacons.
I surely do. So yeah, 200,000 plus post karma. Look, I've been on the website for over almost 12 years now, and I'm a moderator of a popular subreddit.
That's true. Yeah.
Of course. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I will say, I like this one better than the Smosh song because of the dinky keyboard in the back. I have trauma with songs like this that are too heavy, just because so many quorum call gigs we were playing with bands that were just like guitar and bass and stuff with these kind of screaming vocals.
Yeah.
So if it has like a dinky little NES keyboard, it doesn't trigger that trauma for me. But I've heard way too many bands where everyone was wearing like a different superhero shirt do like metalcore covers of Call Me Maybe while my eyes glaze over. And so like a lot of this genre just kind of is just reminds me of bad gigs. But this one is just so like chintzy to me that I actually like it.
Yeah, like this band is very similar to like Brokencyde, and they're both doing sort of like the clean and unclean vocals. The clean vocals are all like auto-tuned and like and they have sort of the more electronic-y stuff. But obviously they have just enough respect for themselves so they don't go as far as Brokencyde does.
Yeah,
Brokencyde has no respect for themselves.
The middle point between Brokencyde and Hawthorne Heights is about
exactly.
this.
Yes. I think this band is still active also.
Really?
I think so.
I cannot imagine
Oh,
this.
they are. My God.
The
I didn't
fact
realize.
that this band exists at a time where people don't have swoopy bangs and skinny jeans is so fucked to me. This is a band that survived into COVID-19. That's so fucked.
They haven't put out a record since 2011, like a full album since 2011, but they've put out songs since then, so, they're still doing stuff.
They put out an acoustic of this song in 2020.
Oh my God.
Oh, this band got big on MySpace from a Crank That cover.
Hell
Oh.
yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah, hold up. Let's pull that up. let's pull that up real quick. Crank That. I set my friends on fire. Oh, okay. Fucking Epitaph Records. Oh my God. Epitaph Records put this shit out.
Yes.
Epitaph in the 2000s were going through like a fucking identity crisis.
Sounds like he's joking.
Yeah.
Someone help this guy. It's like the Tim Robinson
Yes, the choking. Something about this water stinks.
This water, it stinks. It stinks. What's going on out there?
How is the production on this one even cheaper sounding than the original Soulja Boy?
Soulja Boy had way more experience with Fruity Loops than they did.
That's true, yeah. Oh my God, the recommended is filled with Smosh videos. This is amazing.
Well, I think it's because I still be watching Smosh.
We do still be watching Smosh.
And of course they reunited. Fucking Ian and Anthony, they reunited since we did our episode.
We made that
Again.
happen. This podcast made that happen.
Podstradamus. Okay,
I think
can't
it's
take it.
funny that like so many kids who used to listen to this music were the type of kids to be like, oh man, I just hate shit that's popular. And so many of these types of bands would cover like popular rap songs at the time.
Yeah.
Like it's okay if you scream it though.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I'm looking at this. Oh, I don't like that.
Okay.
Don't like that. I'm
Can't
looking
say
at
that.
this Epitaph New Noise compilation from 2010, and the song from I Set My Friends on Fire here is called do I have permission to say this, and I'll bleep it in post?
I mean, I don't have the ability to give you that permission. Eddie?
I don't really either, but what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
It,
You
it's-
listeners,
yeah.
you could. It's the song is called "Excite." Word that I cannot say that rhymes with excite. That is a
I don't even know
a
if it
slur of
really
sorts.
it doesn't really rhyme. It rhymes more with
No.
bike, and it's a word for lesbians. I'll say
Yes, there we go. Thank you. Let's move on. Let's move on to our final song of the evening.
that. Oh,
Delaney,
it's time.
It's time. Delaney, what's our last song?
Our last song is Misery Business by Paramore. This is the most important song to me on this playlist.
I mean, it's the best song here in my opinion.
Oh yeah, easily.
by far.
Let's
Easily.
shame some sluts, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's shame some sluts.
So, so Haley
Paramore was
Williams.
my first favorite band. This music video was my bi-awakening. In a
Amen.
music scene full of like the most questionable guys that would just write songs about their crazy exes and be predatory towards young women. Haley Williams was one of the only women that gave girls a space that wasn't like just a fan or like a subject of a song. And honestly, for that, I think she's allowed a little misogyny as a treat.
For those not in the know, I mean, everyone probably knows at this point that Haley Williams is very uncomfortable with this song because of its lyrical content and the way it treats other women. Not to disagree with my queen, but I think this song is so inherently, like, adolescent and angsty that you can't see it as anything other than high school drama, and you could just imagine the couple that she is celebrating that she is now with this guy. You could just see them breaking up like a week later. So
Of course.
I think it is so specifically like high school drama that I can we can excuse a little misogyny if it's attached to a banger like this. Yeah.
Perfect timing for this playlist, by the way, considering that we just found out that Maddie's a misogynist on Twitter.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. What was the thing she said about Phoebe Bridgers allegedly? Something about
women
hang
that
on.
pretend to be bi for clout, post pictures of your boyfriend, tag, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like that. I like to imagine that Haley Williams is calling the other girl a whore in a gay way.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked about this. I love Paramore. I really love Paramore. They're a band that I love more with time. Well, band upon band that I loved in high school continues to disappoint me. Haley Williams continues to be an actual shining beacon of music, telling the fans that if they vote for Ron DeSantis, they're dead to her and stuff. She's been an incredible queer ally. I just really love Paramore. They continue to make great music. Shouts the fuck out. We talked about it the time I made a dress inspired by this album cover, and I posted it on January 6th.
Oh yeah! Oh my
Oopsie
god!
daisy.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, Haley Williams. I didn't mean to attach your phenomenal, one of the best albums of the 2010s. I didn't mean to associate it with a bunch of rednecks storming the Capitol. This is a great song. Shout out Rock Band 3, shout out Guitar Hero 4, shout out Saints Row 2. It's in all of those games, and it's a joy every time it pops up.
This song, it look, the girlies can do a little misogyny, you know. That's what this song is all about. They can do a little misogyny sometimes, just like how the boys can do it if the song is good. The girls can do it too, you know. We love Cody
I would
crazy.
argue they could do it more so than the boys if the song is good.
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, but you know, I want Haley Williams as Cody and crazy, you know. I want that.
Mhm.
This song is good. This band is good. I really like their new record. I really like After Laughter. It is like it at the same time, like it makes complete sense why this is like one of the only like last bands standing from this era, you know, because like they actually grew up with their audience, and
Mhm.
you know, like they didn't just keep trying to cash in on shit. Like they actually like were real people, you know, like
Yeah.
they were actually people with emotional intelligence of like
Yeah.
Brokencyde who are still doing this shit.
Yeah, Haley Williams deserves better than the nostalgia circuit, and she's continually proved it creatively and artistically.
Yes.
Yeah. Also obvious, but she's one of the best vocalists of our time.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, it's
Obvious,
crazy.
Best
but-
vocalist on this playlist, best vocalist of the genre, I would argue.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people would probably make the case for Gerard Way, but he's never clicked with me. For
Same,
me,
honestly.
it's Haley Williams all the way, no competition.
Easily too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, I will say I like MCR's music more, but like, yeah, no, like Haley's just a better vocalist. Like, it's just like, yeah, that's just kind of the facts of the situation. Like, I don't think MCR has an album as good as like the Black Parade, but that's my own personal opinion, my own personal take. As like, I didn't really mention, I didn't mention this on the top, but like, this playlist is it's really fascinating to get like a nice like crash course and like what all this I missed out on. Just because like as far as like quote unquote email as far as I went was like Panic and My Chem, like that's as far as I went, you know, like never gotten to like almost any of these bands until like either after or like never that like the Used. I did listen to the Used at the time, like is it there? I think the Bird and the Worm was on regular rotation MTV2, but like I never bought a Used album, but I bought you know, Fever You Can't Sweat Out, and I bought, you know, Fall Out Boy albums, and I bought MCR albums, but none here, which I do wonder where in life I would have gone if my parents let me dye my hair black like I wanted to when I was 10 years old, because I wanted to impress girls
brother.
in middle school. But yeah, that is it for this episode. The best this is just what a time capsule. What a time capsule of this era. All the good and the bad and the ugly. The good, the bad, the ugly, the twee, the not so twee.
The bass, the rock, the mic, the treble.
we got it all, baby. But yeah, Delaney, thank you so much for putting together this playlist, for being on the episode. Is there anything you want to plug before we head out?
Sure. I have an Instagram. It is at Little Claybug. I'm a visual artist. That's what I post, but I sometimes post about music. I'm not a writer or good at it, but you could check that out.
Yes, but you do have impeccable taste. You understand the way this podcast works, and you know how to make playlists to break us in a good way. You know,
Yes.
you know how to get into you know how to get into the crevices of our brains and discuss.
I'm a bits guy. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Delaney's a bits guy, Max is an ideas guy, and you know,
we've talked about mind meld on this podcast a lot, and like people whose minds meld. And sometimes Delaney and my brain will meld in Music League in a way that is so evil that it's just like Delaney was built for podcast bits and terrorizing Marty Monroe. We wouldn't have Cajun Marty without Delaney, you know?
So true.
This
we
is
wouldn't have
true.
Mardi Gras Monroe.
Mardi Gras Monroe.
He's on the podcast. He's coming down from the bayou
Oh,
to make a guest appearance on this episode. Right now here in the bayou, it's getting the swamp. It's getting I'm feeling so sweaty right now. My God.
Cajun Maddie would spell emo EMEAUX, and I think that's beautiful.
Cajun
yeah.
Maddie, I'm gonna cut my wrist and blab my arms. Okay, we gotta. All right, Cajun Maddie, get out of here. We gotta get the fuck out of here. All right, thank you all for listening. Next week, there will probably not be an episode next week, as next week I will be at the Pitchfork Music Festival, so we'll probably unlock a bonus episode. Although rest assured, we will be recording. Myself and AJ will be there this year, so we'll probably record something while we're down there. So there probably will not be an episode on Sunday for Patreon supporters and on Tuesday for our regular old listeners. There'll probably be something from Pitchfork Fest probably on like the Monday or Tuesday for Patreon members, and then 2 days after for Spotify people. So you got that to look forward to. We'll probably unlock a bonus episode to sort of make up for the going a slightly off schedule. Although again, we were feeding you guys. We had 2 episodes. This this is the 3rd episode within like a week or so. So you guys are eating, but I want you to eat more. We got stuff coming up. we have a very packed schedule as we do. We're recording 2 episodes once I get back from Pitchfork Fest that I'm very excited about.
Oh yeah,
the Butt Rock number 2s. I'm very excited to record those and kind of talk about the guys that brought us here. That brought us to where we are today on the podcast. But yeah, so good stuff coming up. So keep listening. Patreon.com. So you can so we can see the entire Max time capsule. I want to see it. You want to see it. Give us money so that we can all see it together. All right. So yeah, that is it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
He wears his heart safety pin to his backpack. His backpack is all that he knows. Shot down by strangers whose glances can cripple the heart and devour the soul.